Hi guys, Ramsey here. Welcome to another video. Tonight we have a dual unboxing. Again, usually I just rip into these. I started to rip into this and then I remembered, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel now where I upload stuff like this. So let's finish ripping into this, shall we? These are two fragrances which I think I got pretty good deals on. I will share with you. We're going to do a first impression, pardon me. We're going to do a first impression of one. And the other one, I kind of already smelled because I have a decant of. So let's get these bad boys open, shall we? I got my handy dandy knife. And I've told you guys this before, but I will tell it again for people who are just tuning into a first impression video for the first time. Normally my routine, which I am a very routine person, is I will spray either the inside of my collarbones and the top of my hands, and then at night before bed, I will actually spray the wrist pulse points or the inside of my arms if I've already used up this real estate. So it's a better way than, testing on paper, in my opinion. And so let's see what we get. Okay, now this is a fragrance that I've been kind of keeping an eye on. There's a commercial site that I was watching that had these exact these are 15 ml bottles, okay? And the price was more than double what I ended up getting these for. And this is just kind of a lesson, an example, if you will, on how to smartly buy perfume. The guy had them listed. He had 4 of these, I believe. And I thought about offering, him a price for all 4, but then I said, 30 ml of juice is enough. So I asked him for $5 off each. He wanted 25 for the 15 ml. And I said, hey, if I buy them both, will you give them to me for 20 a piece? Which, saving $10 might not seem like a big deal, but when you're constantly collecting, all those 10, 20 bucks here adds up. So this is a fragrance from a house called Benetton. And this is a fragrance from 1980, I believe the late 80s. I'm not exactly sure what year this came out. I'll have to do a little bit more digging. But this is a fragrance called Colors by Benetton. And so these are 15 ml splashes. And what I'm going to do... All right, let's do this, shall we? Let's see how this works out. All right, so I'm just going to apply a little bit on my pulse. Whoa, a little bit turned into a lot. Okay, that's all right. I'll decant this bad boy. I should have brought a decanter. It's my fault. I was going to show you guys how I will decant stuff like this, but that's okay. We got what we need. All right, there we go. It's all over. You can see it right there on my wrist. Oh, wow. This is very, very 80s fresh. 80s fresh. Dracar Noir 80s feel, if you know what I mean. Which I actually really like. Maybe I should have bought all 4 of these. But I will decant this as I prefer to spray rather than splash, because that happens. It just ran down the side of my hand because I put a little bit too much on. I'll decant these into little sprayers. But it appears on first sniff, this is the first time I've ever smelled this fragrance, by the way, that this is held up very well. Benetton is a house that you never really hear talked about, and I think this is an original vintage. Let's see if I can show you guys. So you can see it says copyright Benetton Benetton Cosmetics Corp. New York, New York. Okay, so I'm guessing this is an original. I'm not very versed on Benetton fragrances. This is the only one that I now own. So let me read you guys the notes. So it's lemon, lavender, coriander, bergamot, and green leaves at the top. The mid is cypress, carnation, fir, and the fir note is very pronounced in the beginning. With cyclamen, jasmine, and rose, and then vanilla, cedar, sandalwood, amber, benzoin, coconut, patchouli. There's that random coconut note in the base. Very 80s. It smells like they took that Drakkar Noir DNA and kind of Italianed it up. I don't know if Benetton is an Italian house, but if they are, it makes a lot of sense. This is compared to Santos de Cartier. It's compared to fragrances like Rive Gauche Pour Homme. And I get that. It's also compared to a fragrance called Gli Odore 2008, which I've never smelled. So this is very barbershop-y, very fresh. I think I will enjoy wearing this in the summer. It fits my personality perfectly because it's a discontinued fragrance that I will probably be the only one in a 1,000-mile radius wearing. And I got a good deal on it, and I'll be able to decant these into some sprayers and actually spray it on instead of pouring it on myself next time. But it seems like it's already fading a bit, like that real balsam fir 80s hit is just in the first couple minutes, and now it's turning into this fresher, almost like it's very zesty, zingy, you know, fresh, modern type smell. The 80s hit was just in the beginning, it feels like, and now it's turning very fresh. I could see this a hit with the ladies. The ladies love a fresh smelling man. That's all they care about is you know, smelling something fresh on a man. And this is definitely fresh. This will strictly be a warm weather fragrance for me. All right, let's open up the second box, which is going to be a fragrance from Ralph Lauren that I got a sample of from Anouge from Enchanté Perfumes, and I gave it some wears and came back and said, hey, I think I'll take that bottle, because he had a tester, and he said, sorry, sold. I said, all right, well, let's check eBay. So I checked. Oh, wow, I think she wrapped it up with what was underneath her Christmas tree. This is some impressive wrapping, if I do say so myself. Okay, and so I went to eBay, and I found 3 Cosmair bottles on eBay of Chaps. So 3 bottles from Cosmair. Let me make sure they actually say Cosmair. Yep, it says Cosmair. And I got all 3 bottles for $150. Now, these were estate sale bottles, okay? And I got all 3 bottles for $150. People are selling these Cosmair Chaps bottles, which is a Schiefer created by the same lady that created Estee Lauder's Youth Dew in the 50s, believe it or not. Oh, look at that. A thank you card. Always a nice touch from an eBayer. What am I going to do with this Christmas tree wrap? Okay, so here's the bottles. Let's take a look at what I got, what my 150 bucks got me. Okay, so here's one of the 3 ounces. Or I'm sorry, this is a 3.4. Yeah, these are the 100 mLs, okay? So here's 1. Here's 2. And here is the little 30 ounce that came with it. So you can see these two are almost completely full. This one is about 60% full. So this was an estate sale. And as you can see, it says cologne. That's always a good sign. That means it's older. They didn't switch to EDTs until later. Oh my goodness. If these are all good, this is an absolute steal that I just got. Oh my God, let me show you guys this. You're not going to believe this. I actually did not know this. Okay, so these two live TV, folks, you may not be able to see it because the stickers are tiny. Okay, I'm going to try to show you guys. So I saw the 2 stickers from the 100 ml splashes say Cosmair. Can you see the Cosmair on the 3rd line down? And it's the same for this 100 ml splash right here. Okay, I'm going to show you anyways. Cosmair. Distributed by Cosmair. Look at what this 30 ml splash says. Am I hallucinating? Am I hallucinating, or does that say Warner Cosmetics? Oh, as a vintage lover, I think I just had a heart attack. Sometimes good things come to bad people. Oh my God. And I offered her less too. I said, hey, I'll do them if you, she wanted 175. I said, hey, I'll do them all for 150. And she said, okay, as long as you'll pay for shipping. I didn't know I was getting a Warner version as well. I got a steal. I will, oh man, I'm buzzing. I will have to do a comparison between the Warner and the Cosmair version. But I've got a lot of Chaps juice all of a sudden. This is basically a mossy, manly Shifra. They sold these for $5. This was $5 in 1980 or whenever it came out, 1979. And it is a great Shifra. The 80s feel, the balsam fir 80s feel from Benetton de Colors Man is back. But I will, I'm going to decant this into a sprayer, and I will give it a full wear soon, and I will report back on one of my videos. The openings on these, by the way, are pretty big, and I don't want to dump that on my wrist, or I should have had some sprayers with me. I could have just decanted them right now while I was chatting with you guys, but you got to experience live with me the surprise of a Warner version pre-Cosmair. I didn't even know I was getting this, so, you know, what can I say? I'm just a lucky SOB sometimes, I guess. That being said, if you love Shifras, this is a little bit of an under-the-radar Shifra. They are starting to get ridiculous, though. Like I said, people were selling these. People were trying to sell L'Oreal version of Chaps, Ralph Lauren's for $250 for 100 ml. So the fact that I got 2 Cosmairs and a Warner is just, I'm very happy about that. So thank you very much for watching this unboxing and first impression of Benetton Man. You'll be hearing more about Chaps soon from me. I'm going to decant these and give them some wears. And appreciate you sharing an evening with me. If you have any experience with Benetton de Colors Man or Chaps, please do let me know. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. Bye-bye.